Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm NURUL KAMALUDIN from the Faculty of Health Sciences, UKM. I have a question. Did you realize that we spend most of our times indoors in the building? So do the students. During the teaching and learning activities, they spend most of their time in the building, including clinics, laboratories, and also lecture hall. Among these, laboratories should be of concern due to the usage and exposure to various chemicals available in the lab. Without good ventilation and IAQ, we might risk our students' health. So today, I will present a study entitled Indoor Air Quality Assessment in Selected Research and Teaching Laboratories at the Faculty of Health Sciences, Universiti Kebangsaan, Malaysia. In this study, we have measured the physical, chemical, and biological parameters and ventilation performance indicators in 5 selected laboratories, and the results were compared with the acceptable limit stated in the DOSH guideline, which is the Industry Code of Practice on Indoor Air Quality, ICOP-IAQ 2010. Next, we move on to the methodology part. These are the 5 selected laboratories. And the number of sampling points in each lab was determined based on the total floor area as recommended in the ICOP-IAQ. Hence, the total number of sampling points was 7, with 1 sampling point each in KU, KA, and KP, and 2 sampling points each at MPG1 and MPG2. For qualitative assessments, based on the complaints received, we have conducted the walkthrough inspection and also distributed the questionnaire to the lab occupants. And for quantitative assessment, we carried out indoor air monitoring by measuring the 11 IAQ parameters. Moving on to the result and discussion, for temperature and relative humidity parameters, 4 sampling points have exceeded the acceptable range stated in ICOP-IAQ due to the failure and ineffective mechanical ventilation air conditioning MVAC system in these particular labs. Generally, the temperature will influence the relative humidity of the air. And for air movement parameters, 3 sampling points located in KU, KA, and KP were recorded below the acceptable range. The absence of a ceiling fan or wall fan will influence the slow air movement in these 3 labs. Next are the results for chemical parameters. The readings for PM10, ozone, and formaldehyde at all sampling points were not exceeded the acceptable limit. Meanwhile, the readings for TBOC and carbon monoxide, TBOC stands for total volatile organic compounds, okay, and also carbon monoxide levels at all setting points were not detected, as the level of TBOC and carbon monoxide were very low and below the detection range of the instruments used. Therefore, all chemical parameters meet the standard stated in ICOP-IAQ 2010. Moving on to the biological parameters and the ventilation performance indicator, all parameters were not exceeded the acceptable limit. Further, the correlation between selected parameters and of IAQ in the selected lab shows significant results between a few parameters as indicated in table 1. And to conclude, the IAQ in the selected laboratories was not good because not all parameters meet the ICOP-IAQ 2010 acceptable limit, especially on the physical parameters. Further studies should be conducted to assess the effectiveness of the MVAC system in the laboratory. Thank you.